Hey guys, Deathbringer here. Okay, I've got a little mini-series in a mini-series going on for the next week. 5 days or so, actually. Okay, I'm going to be exploring each character's personality. Ooh, shit. And I'm going to be showing you their version of the Commonwealth and the world that they live in. First off, we're going to start with my personal favourite character, which is my Minuteman character. Which is hence why I'm wearing the Minuteman General stuff, minus the hat. I don't really like the hat. And then I have Curie. I've got to pick someone up along the way. These episodes can be maybe 10 minutes to an hour long. So, but my Minuteman character is the one I've worked on the most. So this one's going to probably be the longest. That's why I'm doing it first. Okay, we're going to start this off at the castle. As you can tell, I have built the walls up so nothing can get in. There's actually only one spawn point for the castle, and it's all the way down there. I have put this artillery on each point of the castle star because it's actually shaped like a star. So it's a 5-point star. So there is artillery on each corner. I will speak about the character's personality in a moment. This is actually Preston's place, but he tends just to walk around and go from post to post. But as you can see, we've got food down there for the Minutemen. There used to be a guard tower here, but it was messing up with Garvey's walk around. But it doesn't really fucking matter because he's always stood there anyway. I needed to raise this one just because of the walk section here. It was screwing everything up. So I needed to raise it up a little bit. And we have 3 turrets here. I haven't fully finished the castle yet. I haven't exactly got the amazing amount of supplies to sort it out. We have a generator in here, and then you have beds all throughout this section here, just because I couldn't fit it all in one room. And if I show you my stats, the happiness is at 80, 22 beds, 21 people, 24 food, 40 water, 103 power, and defense is 57. So you can imagine they're fairly happy. Okay, the next place we will be going, I'm going to try and make this as short as possible. I will not show you Vault 8. Fuck it, it's time. There's 31 settlers here. I will show you Vault. It'll be a quick one because it's not fully finished. But it's his world, so. Okay, his personality type. When he got out of the vault, he was lost. He didn't know the world he was in now. Like all of the soul survivors you can make. So, he went looking for his son. He found him and he was disappointed in what he had become. He wanted to try and save him. But obviously that didn't happen, he was already dying. But along the way he met Preston Garvey, and because he was a former military man, he wanted to get back into his roots, to try and change the Commonwealth, make it for the better. So that's why he joined the Minutemen. He believes in the right, and he wants to protect the innocent, and that's what he is doing. He wants to protect settlers from raiders, super mutants, and ghouls, including the Brotherhood. He wiped out the Brotherhood because he did not agree with how they treated the farmers that supplied them. So, obviously, he's on the righteous path. He is literally the good of the good in my book. His personality comes from me. With this character, I rip up raiders and I place them everywhere. to show other raiders to not mess with the Minutemen. That's my personality towards raiders and stuff like that. The decisions that I've made in this game is to me. I've built this character to be me, but the good version. But as you can see in here, I'm putting Minuteman flags here, yep. As you, like, I haven't finished. So, we've got the Minutemen militia all around the settlement in Vault 88. We've got turrets, so it's roughly the same design as the last time.
Yes.
But as you can see, the Minutemen guard. I've changed things up a little this time. I don't believe there's anything in here. No, I didn't think so. Then another turret here. I've also connected the power lines to the reactor in there. I didn't know it was actually usable, so I decided to use it in experiment. So I now have power going to the vault. Welcome to Vault 88. It's roughly the same design.
Depends. What color's the unison?
Okay. So more military militia. Minuteman militia. Guarding. The story behind this place is my character, who's named Mark on this character, he found a vault, helped the overseer, the original overseer, helped her out. He wanted to do everything moral, like the right way, none of the wacky experiments, which I may have fucked up on a couple of them. Though I have made a few bad decisions in this game and I didn't mean to. And he didn't, she wanted to leave, so he let her leave. And then he turned the beacon on and he wanted to let settlers choose to move into his vault and basically live out their lives free of raiders. Obviously there are the occasional raider attacks, super mutant attacks and Varaghoul attacks, but it's not that often, so they're pretty well safe here. So, and obviously you got the Minuteman flag and the American flag.
Hey, wait there.
Do you need something from me?
Never thought I'd be an honest-to-goodness vault dweller.
They are all. I have Sean
You're
here.
going to live here, right? I think it's great.
I took Sean. As much as I don't agree with the Institute, this character really missed his son, and he already lost his wife, and he lost his flesh and blood son. So he wanted a memory, and so since Sean is in Vault, everybody is in Vault 88 jumpsuits because well, it's Vault 88. There are a few exceptions, but you got the FOP shop decorated a little bit, not much. Got the hairdressers, which I haven't named yet. You got a section. You got like the gym on one side, and then the gambling section on the other. This is the Grand Hotel. You have chairs, tables, couches, the usual shit. And one of the exceptions, he's wearing a suit. His backstory is from he was a what's it called? He's from Good Neighbor.
Huh?
So, and he wanted to get out of that life, so I offered to give him a job here. That's not actually what he is, he's normal seller, but I give everybody a backstory.
The thing's broke. It keeps making weird clicking noises. Huh?
And each room is different, depending on how many. I'm having to change it again, but this is the room where everybody lives pretty much. This is like where if you don't have a lot of caps, you have shared accommodation. Here is a little bit better. If you have a bit more caps than you do downstairs, you have a better room, less people. Then you have the two deluxe suites, which are not decorated for at all because I haven't had time. I haven't been able to. I haven't had the supplies, a number of things. Then you have a couple of houses that are decorated a little. These were actually the first things I did. You have the gun store. He's an ex-gunner. He's an ex-gunner. And then you have guns on the shelves. Melee weapons and pistols on that one. You got weapons workbench. Then on this side you have the clothing store. These two are from Diamond Sea. They're a married couple from Diamond Sea, and they owned a armor and clothing store that didn't do too well there. So I offered to give them a place in my vault where we didn't have clothing or armor. So they make do here. They rent out a place. They work. Sorted. So you got clothes, a fair collection of clothes. And then you got a little bit of a selection of armor. I'll show you the stats. We have like a little garden section here. I blocked this part off so no one could get stuck, and then a load of plants to kind of give it a better feel. But that's just the garden. You have the hospital. And obviously the doctor. I will be putting a chem station and a chem store in here. Then you have... I chose these beds because they remind me of old timey-wimey hospital beds. So I decided to put these ones in there. But it's not really decorated. And then you have... Can't get out that way. Then you have the food. We have loads of settlers working on food. It's all mutt fruit and carrots and corn. It keeps everybody fed and they're all happy. And the stats for this place, literally everything you just saw is pretty much everything that is. There are guards everywhere, I'll show you them in a sec. But the stats are 31 people, 31 food, 100 water. That food's gone down, that used to be 40 something. Power is 170, defense is 120, beds 36, happiness is 84, and going down for some reason.
I wonder how high the vault numbers go.
Oh, we also have a couple of scavengers.
Yeah?
More Minuteman security. And I noticed raiders like coming up here, so I put 3 of the heavy duty turrets down here. But if we quickly run all the way over here, we have another military guard, Minuteman guard. More turrets. I have started building down there, but it's not finished at all. I barely started it. It's a couple of buildings, that's it. There's nothing in it. The wall's not even in there yet. I've been meaning to get round to finishing it again. You have another guard. Couple of guards here. They're all kitted out in military, Minuteman military armor. Not all of them has a full set, but it's getting there. And you have more turrets. The water station's down now. I've got that working, so I don't need to put like water things everywhere. But this is vault. This is my vault for now. I'm not proud of it. It's still a work in progress. But going back to my character's personality, when he joined the Minuteman, he didn't expect to become the general. He just did. He just became the general. He didn't expect to. He didn't want to. He just wanted to help. He wanted to change the Commonwealth for the better. He believes in good. He believes people deserve a second chance. But if they ruin that second chance, then obviously, in his eyes, they deserve whatever's coming to them. If you steal, murder, or anything, you deserve consequences, and which he deals out. But the death of his wife, and technically the death of his son, basically made him hard-headed. He's kind, but he has a mean streak towards Raiders and the Institute. Well, anything that's not good, really. He will literally build a bonfire, chop up the Raiders, and throw them on top of it. Just for being in the way. And just because he hates them and despises them so much. Okay, this is one of my settlements that I'm currently working on. What the fuck? Okay, there's an institute person there. Okay, here, as you can tell, I've done fuck all here. I've got a couple of guards, that's about it.
Yes?
But we're gonna, here we've got the institute scientists that you get after blowing up the institute, obviously. And they needed somewhere to live. So I gave them security, which is the Minutemen security. And I built them some beds. I built them some stores so they can make me some caps. Because he hates the institute, but these are innocent. But to live here and to actually... Because to supply Minutemen with... like certain Minutemen, because these are professionals is what I call them, to actually keep them here I have to pay them. Not actually, it's their backstory. So they run a stores and they pay the spec ops side of the Minutemen here, and they do that because they don't really like doing anything else. They have food, they have security, and that's basically it. They don't like it up here, and I don't really give a toss because I don't like them. Okay, Oberland Station. We're getting close to the section I've been working on the most. But as I was saying with his character, slowly over time, he came to love the people, the Curie, and because she originally was a Mrs. Handy. Okay, you got a couple of turrets. She still farms. This is where the Raiders go when they attack. And it's just her here. She's on her own. She doesn't want the Minutemen here. That's her backstory. She doesn't want the Minutemen.
Lost track of how many blisters I got.
But you got a couple of beds, decorated, power. That's basically it. But before, so I can finish this character, he fell in love with Curie. And everybody knows that this is my character. This is what I like. And Curie represents teen in my Fallout 4 world. So, yeah, that's kind of where Curie actually came from. Was I picked her out to be Teen's character. At the time, she had longer hair, but she wanted to do more. He wanted to do more. He wanted to protect more than ever. So he started building up their settlements. He started building settlements, and recruiting more people, and putting more security. Where we're going now, I've only just finished. Covenant. In this place, he wanted to build a community that was safe, and he wanted to give back because people gave him so much when he got out of the vault. And I'll bullet point him, his character, in a little bit. But this character is born and bred to be on the righteous path, the right path, not the wrong path. Okay, so as you can already tell, it's fucking nighttime. We have turrets. You have the Minuteman flags, American and the Minuteman flag there. Security.
Used to be scared of super mutants, but we taught them a lesson this time.
Got more Minutemen security. Back here, they're all empty. They're just for show. But I see them as like you got medical supplies in them, and then ammunition, explosives
Don't
there.
much care for good neighbor. That place is nothing but trouble.
Alright, give me a second. Let me sit here and wait. Because it looks better when everybody is actually sat down and like at their jobs. There we go. There we go. Alright. Actually, where's my robot? Oh, it's over there. I'll pick you up in a second. Just remind me is there. So you have security out front.
Huh?
He's the greeter. This guy here. This guy here is basically the guy who gives them their starting pack when people move into Covenant. Unfortunately, there is a glitch with Covenant. There's actually a couple where once you've taken over the settlement, as soon as I walked in here, the game was bugged, and before I became the general, I wiped everyone out. For one, I didn't agree what they were doing with synths, so I killed them all because they were torturing synths and humans. So I wiped them all out. But you can't get rid of these. The little sections for the turrets, you cannot get rid of them. It won't give me the option where I can scrap this, but I can't scrap this. So I can't put any turrets here, which fucking suck. But hey ho. And this woman here is the sniper. She switches between posts, one to keep lookout of here, and to keep looking out over there. And you have turrets
To get back to Diamond City one of these days. Biggest
up
town I
there.
ever saw.
I'm missing 2 turrets from that. Because if anybody ever gets in here, like raiders or anything gets in here, I'm going to need a turret there to be able to take them out. But they never get through the front door, ever. Especially when I'm here. And I need to put one there. This was a guard station here, but the guard's going to get into it, so I moved it over there. We have a clothing store here.
Yeah?
I haven't sorted our outfit yet. A lot of them, some of them have outfits, some of them don't. But this is the clothing store. Not much. I haven't completely finished this place. I've just done it up. I wanted to keep it roughly the same as possible, so I didn't change too much.
Can't remember the last time I had clean fingernails.
We got the general store here. Obviously, he's the shopkeeper. I kept all of the like little knickknacks here. Yeah, it still says it's stealing. So if I want them, I have to put them in the workbench, which kind of sucks. And as you can see, Curie has found the seat where that guy can just sit down and have a break. We do have one scavenger here. Don't know where she's got to. But hey ho. But you have a communal bedroom. I don't know why in here is fucking wet because there's a fucking roof. But hey ho. But yeah. You got 3 chairs in here just because I like the style of them. You have the food over here with settlers working on them. And I can't delete that for some reason.
If you work, you eat. It's as simple as that.
Good words to live by. Ah, there she is.
The farm's not much, but it's something.
Yeah, that's the scavenger. That was going to be another guard because for some reason it wouldn't let me add a guard up there or anywhere else. I don't know why. It pissed me off. I kept Deezer. I kept Deezer. Can I just because if you kill him or he ever gets killed, you lose the Deezer lemonade that he makes. So I wanted to keep it. Here's another communal bedroom, which is here. I had to add a couple of beds in here for the sailors. Turbidal. Not much has changed. I kept it almost the same. Minus this place. This place has completely changed. I cleared the entire place out. This is the bar where all the settlers actually like going. So as you walk in, you notice the table and chairs in the garden. This is the pub garden. Got some lights here. You've got a couple of chairs and tables out here. And then as you walk in, I need to turn these off so I don't get fucking copyright.
But we taught them a lesson this time.
He's wearing a bowler and a tuxedo.
I wonder what has happened.
Can't delete that, and I can't delete that save.
Calling the Commonwealth's atypical, less extreme.
But you have tables and chairs, cigarette machine. It's just a small bar. Then you got the private section, the VIP, table with plants and stuff like that. And then you got the romantic table there.
Back
Just-
hurts.
But yeah,
Feet hurt. Everything hurts.
but yeah, the people like you here. There's only really one more settlement to show you, I think. Abernathy Farm I'm not going to show you because I'm nowhere near done with that. Sanctuary's happiness has gone down by a fucking lot. That used to be at 80 something. What the fuck's going on? Don't tell me someone died. If someone died, I'm going to be pissed. Pardon me? Yeah, this series I'm doing, you will get each and every single one of my characters, no matter the level and the progress I've made in the campaign. I know on every single character I've either kept the Institute around or I've destroyed it. You'll find that out when it comes to the characters. I'm going to try and record in the order I made the characters. If I'm right, I made a Raider character after this. Because I'm...
Oh no. The body can repair tissue damage, but still, too much radiation too quickly can prove fatal. Caution is recommended.
Okay, this is the Minuteman little safe house. This mat here spawns me exactly here. It's awesome. But you got a little area for the Minutemen to sit, storage,
satisfying than a smoking gun and a puppy from
and then an office for the Minutemen, so they can help out and take the missions and give them to me. And then you got Ada Garden. Round back we have the robot workstation and the Voltec population management system. I need to see if I've lost someone because it's supposed to be 30-24. Well, they're all happy. It might be because of the attack. Okay, out front of this. Yeah, I keep forgetting to sort this out.
The person that asked me to shag is getting a well-placed kick, if you get my meaning.
I keep forgetting to sort her out. Thank you. But the entire place. Okay,
This goddamn
give me a second.
Self-diagnostic complete. I'm happy to report I won't be falling apart.
I just want to get rid of the fucking that shit. It's really loud. I don't want to make it night. Oh well. You'll be able to see the lights and stuff better.
You anytime soon.
Okay. Minuteman flag. Fuck! I moved! It's because she's assigned to it. Ah, fuck it, I'll leave her there. But you got flags, you got security, you got this guy. More, this thing is supposed to light up, but I don't know why it doesn't. Dog meat! Hello, mate. But you have, like, turrets everywhere.
night isn't the smartest thing to be doing around here.
This is the safest place, minus the vault. Okay, in this room here,
Nothing stays hidden forever. I mean,
You have the, it's kind of similar to Vault. One side is the gym and the other side is the gambling area. These guys love it. I have security, but for some reason that armor's changed colour.
You know what? Since we talked, I'm feeling swell. Look at the two of us here in Sanctuary, prepared for the future.
So, you ready to get this shit?
All my companions are here, minus Garvey. I'll show you down there on my way out, because I've got one more salmon down there. I went out and got McCready. These houses are not being used. I didn't know you could kill her and there's nothing happens, you can just kill her. I keep her around in this character. I just do. Don't know why, I just do. But all the lights are functioning again.
Yeah.
What caps have you got for me? 300, thank you. Okay, in here, in this room, for fuck's sake. This is the power armor workroom. Power armor gets built here, spare parts get put here. And then in this bit you've got the weapons workroom and then the armor workroom. This was actually the first place I started building up. I think this house has a couple of things in there. Yeah, it's got a few chairs, that's about it. You've got the Slocum Joe's bar. Slocum Joe's bar. It's just the door. Nuka-Cola bar. They're quite happy in here. They don't actually come here that much. But you got chairs, couches, booths. I recently put the booths in. They had the old, crappy looking ones. You have the stores. This is the general store. Not decorated at all. Because at the moment I need all the supplies I can get, so they're not being really decorated. You do have a weapon and armory store, which I built. Kind of. It was already pre-made, so I just put it down. No lights, no power, nothing in here yet. But this is the weapon side. It will be decorated with weapons at some point. Same as the armor over here.
Ain't looking for trouble, I hope.
But you got her there. For some reason. I know there's a cow around here somewhere. That's there. I swear I turned that around. And then this keeps that cow out the fucking general store. Then you have the farm. Quite big, to be honest. But then you have a bunch of scavengers, which I don't think half of them... Get off the roof! Half of them are actually being used. So... Then you have the Slocum Joe's restaurant. In the back you have the donut fryer, donuts on shelves. Some crates for the Slocum Joe's ingredients. When I get around to actually filling it up properly.
Yeah?
Another guard which is supposed to be on duty but he's not. And 2 counters. This place actually makes me the most money. At the moment. Loads more turrets, loads more guards. It even has a gate. You got Longfellow there. The guard that's in there, no, over there, supposed to be stood here. And then you have Sheffield as a guard as well. Okay. My final settlement that I basically have completely finished, because it's at 100% happiness and I don't really want to add anything to piss him off, is over here. This is Strong's home. Fuck tons of dogs, because for some reason he loves the dogs. So every single dog, minus dog meat, is here. And he's always at the fucking chemistry station.
Want someone to eat?
But here you've got 1 bed, 100% happiness, 70%, 70 defense, 10 power, 0 water and food because he doesn't need it, and 1 person, and a fuck ton of dogs. A lot of them from the Creation Club, but 3 of them isn't, like Mishka, and I think this is Duke. Yeah, Duke. And I know somewhere there is a super mutant hound.
So many humans, not many super mutants. World is bigger than
Well,
strong.
where is the super mutant hound?
Strong want to smash something.
I don't know where the super mutant hound is. The mutant hound, sorry. Oh no! Don't tell me it's dead. God damn it! Oh, I'm gonna have to replace that one. Oh well. I'll have to get a new super mutant hound. Anyway, so that is actually it for this character and this episode of the Fallout 4 Wandering Character Special. But I will give you a... I will give you a quick rundown on his character because I know it's been spaced out a bit. So, to recap, this character lives by the rules of before the war. He also hates raiders and anything that will harm the Minutemen and the settlers and the good people of the Commonwealth. He has a dark side to him after everything that's happened to him. He really hates Voltec. And he fell in love with a woman that
Got a dangerous look about you. You ain't here for me.
does her best to keep him on the right path, because every now and again he does sway. He doesn't mean to, he just can't help it. It's the dark side of him that changes his perception of the world. But he tries to do right by the people of the Commonwealth. He does his best to protect. Whenever he needs to help a settlement, he goes straight away and helps. And he's basically built like a tank, so he can run literally head first into danger. And that is basically my Minuteman character. Oh, actually, there was one thing I completely forgot to mention. He's also a synth. He just doesn't know it. Okay, let me explain. He is... I actually had a chat on the Facebook page of the Fallout 4 Facebook page on Facebook, obviously. And I got talking to this guy, and we're talking about like the synths and stuff like that. And he is the reason why I think my character's a synth. He basically said that the Soul Survivor could be a 3.5 synth, like a Gen 3.5 synth, because you can use... I can't remember his exact words, but he can use the VATS outside of the Pip-Boy. He learns all these abilities. He becomes immune to radiation, not completely, but when he eats stuff, drinks water, and when he swims, he becomes immune to it. He learns abilities. My character has a suspicion that he isn't quite there. He's different, but he is a 3.5 synth. He doesn't know it. He doesn't know what he is. He just knows he's different to normal humans. He can do things that other humans can't. And he learns all these abilities He can. He learns how to get. He basically trains himself, and he learns extremely quickly to run faster, be able to hold more, and become stronger. Where the normal person, it would take months for them to get stronger faster, and it can take him days. He can do things the normal human can't, and he's always wondered why. So he never realised why he can do what he can do, which is why I branded him as a 3.5 synth. He just doesn't know it. And that is all I've got, ladies and gentlemen, for this video. I have been Deathbringer, and I will see you for the next one. Make sure you join me for the next episode. We'll be talking about the Raider character. So if you haven't already, make sure you comment, like, and hit that subscribe button. I have been Deathbringer, and I will see you for the next one. Cheerio, and goodbye.